Welcome to Window on the World. I'm your host, Yaneli Lopez, and in this edition today, we are going to get a closer look at life in Brazil. And we welcome our guest, Martha Davis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Well, are you ready to get started then?
Sure.
All right. So what part of Brazil are you from?
I am from the northern part of Brazil. Therefore, I am part of the Amazon.
Amazon?
Yeah.
So what's your hometown like?
It has 500,000 people, so it's a little bit bigger than Joplin.
Okay.
Actually, we are located between two huge rivers. So if you know Mississippi River, double that. There's one that's bigger than Mississippi River, and then right in the corner.
Okay. So is it located near any big cities that we might have heard of, or is it further away out or in?
I'd say that my city is the biggest city after the capital, which is Belém, or my state, which is Pará. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's the southern, Sudeste part of my state on the north. Yeah. It's right there. You can see Marabá.
Oh, so that's the one you said that's your...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's like closer on the side. Oh, I see. That's interesting. So what's it like living there? Like, what are the houses like?
Well, because, again, we live and we're part of the rainforest. We like our houses airy. Mm-hmm. So we use bricks. Our houses are typically made of bricks, and open windows, open doors, so that the wind can come in and out. Our wind, it's cooler, so it's not like here whenever it's summer. The wind is hot, everything's hot, and everything's insufferable
you need the
hot.
AC to get,
Yeah.
get through the day.
We have a cooler wind, except it's always on between 75 and 85, 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. Is that like a year
35
round?
Celsius.
Ooh.
35 Celsius is like the hottest, but it's like that most year round. Yeah.
So you guys don't really experience like snow or like rain?
Well, rain. Yes,
Rain, yeah.
It's the rainforest. So there is parts of our capital in Marabá, no, capital in Pará, that rains every day at 3 o'clock.
I feel like I'd like that. I'm more of a rain person. So I feel like I would actually enjoy that.
We only have 2 seasons. It's the rainy season or the dry season. So the rainy season, it just rains for hours every day of the week. And the dry season, it rains like once a week.
Really? That's cool. I mean, you still get experience a little bit here and there, but those are probably the 2 best weathers, I would say, honestly. So what is it like financial-wise stuff? Is it, because I know here in the US things are getting, more expensive stuff. What's it like over for your hometown?
I'd say my hometown finances is more turned to retail, I'd say, because Brazilians like to dress up no matter the occasion. So we spend money on dresses, on cosmetics, on hair, makeup, nails.
So you guys go all out. I like
it. And we do have cars there too, a bunch of them, but I don't think we have any factory in the north, I'd say.
Yeah.
But my city, around my city, we have a lot of exportation of minerals.
Okay.
Yes. I know them in Portuguese, but I couldn't tell them in English.
Oh, okay. All right, so also on Brazil, they have the iconic statue, Jesus Christ, called Christ the Redeemer, is that correct?
Cristo Redentor.
Cristo Redentor?
Redentor.
Okay, so what does that symbolize for Brazil then?
Well, since it was created between 1922 and 1931, it was supposed to represent Christianity around the world. It was supposed to have a globe on one hand and a cross on the other, but they revised it and just made it open-armed.
Just a whole open arm.
Yeah, so since the beginning, Brazilian has been mostly Catholic. Now there's a bigger variety of Christians there, and religions, and even non-religions, but the root is pretty much
based off
that. Yeah, so no matter if you're non-believer, and if somebody say, "Oh, God bless you," they say, "Thank you, pray for me."
It'll still it's
still
like
go.
appreciated either one way or another. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually interesting. And so also the Carnaval of Brazil, also is that a cultural thing too, or?
Yes, we actually get 2 weeks off from school for that.
Really?
Yeah, everywhere around Brazil. So the ones that everybody knows of is the Rio and the São Paulo one, where there's like this huge, how do you say that?
Like a
Caravana.
Like a parade. Like,
Yeah,
well, over
parade,
here we
the
have like the
parade.
parade stuff. So is it different than does each, like, is it country, like does each one have a different carnival, or is it just like you mentioned it was the most
Because,
common is that one? Is there other ones?
well, it is common to have carnival, but everybody do carnival differently. So Rio and São Paulo, the southernmost region over here, does carnival differently from here, that does differently from here. So over here, they have more of like an African beat, and yes, of course, it's samba, but they do it differently. They have this colorful umbrellas and all.
Cause I was so the one we always see is the one with samba and stuff. So
Yeah.
oh, okay, I thought it was one. See, I always thought it was just one big one, but that's interesting. Like each one has their own, so it's differently.
Yeah, and in the north, basically, we just go on the streets, like a bunch of people. You dress however you want, like with the costumes, and then you dance to like sections. Each section has different music for it, but basically anybody can join. Now,
Okay.
the one that everybody knows from Rio is the one that they actually go to school to learn that samba, and they perform, you know.
Do more.
Yeah, during carnival, and they take the entire year practicing.
I've seen the floats and like even just the
Yeah.
floats and stuff. It looks like, you know, like it's so well made. It's just I don't know. Like it's hard to describe it, but it is like mesmerizing and stuff. And especially samba, obviously.
Definitely.
I think it's the one the dance we all know.
I cannot imagine dancing for that long.
It is. I mean, it looks like a great workout. I mean, again, it's breathtaking. I always like seeing. Like I said, I guess that was the one we mostly know is the one from Rio. But that's interesting that each other country has their own way of celebrating the carnival. So have you participated in the big one then? The one you said it was in Rio?
In Rio? I do not. No, I haven't been in Rio actually.
You haven't been there?
No, I have been to São Paulo, not Rio.
Oh, okay. So does your family participate in the carnival, like in yours, in the country?
So, you see, my father was an American missionary. They went to Brazil. They married my mother, the Brazilian.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a dual citizen. So, as a Christian family, we don't really participate in carnival because it
Okay.
can get really crazy, you know, really crazy. So, no, I've never been part of a carnival.
Oh, okay. So what other traditions do you know, or which ones are your favorite? Do you know of other ones?
Okay, so on the north, because I'm from there, I can tell more about it. So,
Okay.
we have something called, what is it called? Carimbó.
Carimba?
Yeah, carimbó. It's the kind of dance. It's a specific dance that you can only find in the north of Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting rhythm, and they have like this long round skirts, and they dance with they have flowers in their hair, and every time there is always a competition to who will win that a competition of carimbó, and they represent different lore. Like the north part of Brazil has a lot of lore on it. There
Okay.
is the huge snake that is Buyuna. And then there's a bunch of like the lore is mixed with the native Brazilians lore, so it gets pretty interesting.
What's the lore? I want to hear a little bit about that.
Okay, there are different lores. I would just say about the snake, the Buyuna. And the Buyuna is this young lady that got pregnant in her teenagehood, and she was like masking her pregnancy from her parents because it can be very strict.
Yeah.
And she gave birth in the river. She threw the baby in the river. But Tupã, which is God in Tupi-Guarani, took pity on the child. But he couldn't do much because the child was in the river, right? So transformed the child into a huge snake. The snake grew and grew and grew and grew. And every like fisherman had a dream that says like if you spill a little bit of milk motherly milk, and offer something else. I forgot what it was, gold or something. The snake would turn into a beautiful woman, and that beautiful woman would give them riches, right?
Oh, okay.
But everybody got scared of the snake because it's a massive snake. So Buyuna still goes around.
So you said the dresses symbolize that, or like they go based off of that lore then? Some of the dresses?
The dresses, I don't know why the dresses are like that, honestly. Buyuna is different. It's just one of the lore. We have a lot of them, so you take the entire day talking about them. They're pretty
so
interesting.
that's something like if you were like were really interested in the lore and stuff, like that would be actually something interesting to look into, because you said there's many, and then that snake one is quite interesting. So if someone wanted to travel there, what places would you recommend then?
In Brazil,
Yes.
it depends on what they want. Do
Okay.
they want a cooler weather? Do they want a hot weather? Do they want, right? Because I'd say I've been to São Paulo, and I've been to a lot of, like, Curitiba is beautiful. It's a beautiful city. Campinas, it's beautiful too. Florianopolis is absolutely breathtaking. Caxias do Sul, like this entire southernmost part of Brazil, it's really pretty. And it's got a lot of German influence too on the architecture. So, but if you go to this area, then the northeast of
Yeah.
Brazil, you see different architecture for the older times, because it's close to the coast and Brazil was colonized this way. Fortaleza.
So it
Yeah.
starts from there and then kind of.
So this area is dry, and it's honestly closer to somewhere in Missouri. And it's got beautiful beaches.
Okay, so like mostly.
Beautiful beaches. They're beautiful, like really, really beautiful. They really should go there instead of Rio.
That's what most people talk about is
just
Rio, but.
So much more to Brazil than just Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, yeah.
And if you want to get a touch of the rainforest and have that experience, you should go to, Marabá, Manaus, anywhere over there. You have complete different experience from the rest of them.
So what should they know then? Like I said, the rainforest, I'm assuming there's like laws and stuff, restrictions that, for tourists that they probably shouldn't be touching the animals, or, have to probably limit. Does it going to ruin the rainforest if a lot of us go, what would you recommend? What would you say to?
Okay, so I had a funny friend asking if I had a capybara on my backyard. No, I don't.
Oh my God.
On the north, be aware, if you're used to the American weather, at least on this Missouri area,
Yeah.
you sweat a lot. Be ready to sweat. We take lots of showers there, at least 4 a day. Yeah, a lot.
So you said what it's like temperature outside is what you're going to experience in a
Yes.
home or so.
And it's pretty humid, and so you will sweat a lot. So take cool clothes. Let me see. Expect hugs.
Hugs. Okay.
Yeah, because people greet you with hugs. If you're not a coffee drinker, you have to say them. You have to tell them up front, because every house you go, they'll offer you coffee.
Okay. Is it rude? Would it be considered rude if you don't drink coffee, or if you
It's not
don't take
rude.
something, or
It's not rude at all. It's just something that they will definitely offer you coffee.
so something you should say up front?
Yeah, so if you don't drink coffee, just say, I don't drink coffee. Yeah, they won't take offense on it. They will like to give you food. So each house you visit, they will stuff you with food.
Okay. And is it rude if you already ate
Refuse?
somewhere or refuse? Yeah.
It's not rude, but they will still give you at least a small portion,
They still want you to.
Yeah, but the
snack
good
some
thing
at home.
is you won't really gain too much weight, because you'll be sweating a lot, moving from one place to another. So just eat to your heart's content, honestly.
Okay, so you definitely recommend more of the northeast and south, or northeast and kind of around Rio, because there's a lot more, I'm assuming, to see. And
I just say, if you really want to know Brazil, go everywhere but Rio.
Go everywhere but Rio. That's yeah. Well, because like I said, here in America, I mentioned most of the places they talk about when they talk about Brazil is obviously Rio. But yeah, I mean Brazil is huge on the country, so I definitely would like to experience, I guess now outskirts and stuff.
It is pretty interesting. Over here on around the south, they have this huge field of hortensias. Probably have a different name for it, but it's those blue flowers that come like in a bouquet. Fields of them, natural.
Just all natural.
Yeah, just really pretty.
I said, yeah, it looks like it, especially weather. I think I would personally like it because I am more of the warmer and I like rain a lot too. So
yeah, but the southern part of Brazil is actually cold.
So I'd have to go up on the.
Yeah,
but I'd have to go up on the north. That's where I'm going.
You can go during summer, and during summer over here is what in December. December, January, February. When it's winter here, it's summer there. So you will actually enjoy summer on the southern part of Brazil.
All right. So for anyone that likes summer warm weather, they need to go there during our winter.
Winter, yes.
Okay. All right. So let's take a quick break. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll find out how America stacks up for our students from Brazil.
Hello from the studios of KGCS TV. I'm Lydia Carlson, a communications major here at Missouri Southern. We're making lots of changes to modernize the TV station and bring you better quality video and content. But we need your help. We want to find out how you watch KGCS and what you like to watch. So we'd like you to take a quick questionnaire. It's as simple as holding your phone over the QR code on your screen. That code takes you to a link where you will see a short survey. If QR codes aren't for you, find a link to the survey on our Facebook page. Thanks for watching KGCS TV.
Welcome back to Window on the World, where today we are talking with Martha Davis, an international student here at MSSU from Brazil. All right, so what was it like traveling to the U.S.? What was your family feeling also?
For the first time, it was absolutely exciting. And I actually thought I would just be stuck at the airport and I'll be able to come, because in order to come, you have to have the signature of both parents on the passport.
Oh, okay.
And apparently they forgot to add that detail on my passport. It was wild, I tell you. And
that probably took a long time.
My plane waited for us. It was an Airbus, so it was a massive airplane.
Was that the first time you were on? Was that the first time you were on a plane, or have you different parts?
Yeah, it was the first time I've been in a plane, and actually arrived on my 15th birthday.
Oh.
Well, the first time I came to the States, that is.
All right. So what places have you been to America beforehand? Before coming, or not beforehand? Before coming to Missouri? Is Missouri the first state you've been to, or?
Yeah, Missouri was the first. Has always been the first place
I
stay.
Have you traveled anywhere else, other states?
I have. I've been to Florida, Georgia, all the way from Missouri to there multiple times because we go on vacation.
Oh, okay. Did you have a favorite? Did you like the different weather? I know Florida is more warmish than Missouri, but
I like Florida, but I love Georgia.
I think I've driven past Georgia once. It is pretty interesting. So, have you had any cultural shock yet? That's obviously different from Brazil.
A few.
Would you like to explain those?
Okay, so when I first came, it was a senior year of high school. So everything was different. The school was absolutely massive. You change classes. You have to go from one class to another. That doesn't happen in Brazil. You get to choose your classes. No, you don't get to choose in Brazil. You have to study all 12 of them. There is this thing as GPA, ACT, FAFSA, college applications.
Those fun tests,
what are those? Because in Brazil, we have one test, it's called ENEM, which you compete with the entire country, actually. Everybody who's taken that test, it takes 2 days to complete it. It tests you in every single subject. And if you have a high score, you will see a list of colleges that will be able to pick. You can pick and choose. In Brazil, it's common to go on a public college instead of private, because if you go to public college, it means you studied hard and you actually got there. On a private one is different because like you buy your way in, you know.
That's a little different from here because
Yeah.
our public, everyone has to go to public, and private is like, you know, you got the money for it. That's interesting.
Yeah, so the universities are paid by the government, federal.
So are the colleges different from Brazil than they are here, or?
They are, honestly. In Marabá, for instance, we have four to five campuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they are smaller in scale. Missouri Southern is massive in comparison.
Okay.
I mean, maybe not. It's just because in the different areas of Marabá, it's not all together in one place. So,
So it's like spread out, kind of?
yeah, you have to go to certain sections of Marabá to go to college. So it's not all in one place, but all of them are on UFESPA, so my state university.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so each state has a university like the United States.
I mean, do they offer the same, not same courses, but like same job, like future job? Like, is there like a lot of job offers over there for colleges? Or like here, you can go for like mass communication, for doctor, for, you know, dentist and stuff. Do they offer that also over there, or?
Each state has a set of subjects
Okay.
that you can study. So if you really go into medicine, you probably want to go to the São Paulo University or a bigger, like the capital's university.
Mm-hmm.
They will be able to teach you better on that. They have more resources. But if it's something else, for instance, financial math, engineering, we have engineering. We
You have
have
engineering.
We have a variety of things we can pick and choose. We don't have international relations though in the north, so I was glad I was able to do it here.
So what motivated you to come to MSSU?
To MSSU.
Mm-hmm.
So as I mentioned before, I came to the States on my senior year of high school. I was about to graduate already. It was only missing 3 to 4 months for me to graduate in Brazil. We graduate in December. I had to redo half of a year or the entire year here. So it was already a big change because I came to stay. And Joplin hosts my family. So I have family here
Okay.
on this area. So I didn't want to go to
Somewhere just completely different. So are you living
Yeah.
on the dorms, or are you living with, I'm assuming, with
no,
the
I living
family?
with family.
Your family and stuff. So what are you studying for? So what are your future job plans?
Okay, I'm studying international relations and political affairs in the minor in music. The minor in music just because I'm a musician. My plan was to work for the U.S. Embassy, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, around the world.
So yeah, so traveling's a big part of your life then. For
Yeah, I believe that each country has this unique aspect of their culture that could be learned, and if we learn enough from each country and adapt to it, you get to be a piece of the entire world yourself. You know?
you got to learn about everything. Because like I said, for me, I'm just in Missouri, so all I know is Missouri. But I definitely would like to learn about the world. So do you have any hobbies that you've done in Brazil that you continue doing here, or?
Yes, so I started doing piano in Brazil, and I continue to do piano, yes.
Yeah.
Piano, art, I have multiple hobbies if I were to list them.
So what's the most common ones you continue doing?
Okay, well, playing piano, playing guitar, painting, drawing, biking.
Hiking. So are you used to the weather here then for Missouri, or?
Oh, every winter is sad.
What is that?
Yeah, because again, I came from hot and humid. I never had to use lotion in my life. My skin was flawless then. Came to the States,
All dry.
I peeled 3 times a day. My hands would crack and bleed during winter, and it was horrendous when I first got here. It took time. So now I sort of adapted. I have to bathe in lotion every day, every time I take a shower, which is a few times.
So what is?
per day because Brazilian, you know.
Yeah, it's always natural to have like the normal warm weather, normal warm weather. Sorry, can't talk.
Yeah.
And then winter. I know a lot of people say the longer you live, the more you'll get used to it. But I feel like a lot of people. I don't think that's true because.
I met even people that just were born and raised the entire lives here and they don't like the winter. So.
Exactly. That's the word.
I like snow.
Do you like the snow though?
It's pretty.
Do you go sledding and stuff too?
Yes.
So you know you said you wanted to do a international embassy for your job and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on moving to a different state then still, or is it going to be just Missouri and just travel, or?
Well, if I do work for embassy, I'd be working at different countries, not in the States. So, honestly, anywhere will do.
Just anywhere you don't want to live in a specific spot.
I want a place to call home, and my place to call home would probably be somewhere over here. Perhaps Washington State is pretty there. Colorado, I don't know. But that's retirement plans, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about future plans.
You still want to try.
I don't know, whatever works, honestly. I just don't want to go to places that are dangerous.
Okay. All right. And then, so about your family, how are they like? Are they liking it here too, or is it
Yes.
like getting used to it also?
So because my father is an American missionary that went to Brazil and married a Brazilian, I have half siblings that are just Americans, and I have siblings that are Americans and Brazilians. But 5 of us lived our entire lives in Brazil and just came back here. So there are things that we adapted like this,
Okay.
and there are things we really didn't.
It takes time. Is it something that your whole family would eventually come down, or is it still kind of, you know?
Most of us are already here. I only have 2 siblings in Brazil now.
Are they wanting to come down too, or they like to come to America,
To
or
visit, yeah,
but not to live in?
but not to live, yeah.
All right. Is there anything more interesting you'd like to tell us about your hometown before we cut things up?
About my hometown? I'd say it's simple, but you will like the food, of course, because it's absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness. And the people. People are very warm, and they will be honest with you.
I'll be honest with you.
Very honest. So prepare for that. Like there's a lot of this thing, oh, I don't want to say this because it might hurt their feelings. You know.
They're actually.
No, we're honest.
No, that's good. I'd prefer that over just being like, oh, I don't want to tell you because I don't want to hurt you. I'd prefer that. So that would be a thing with whoever goes travel, to be prepared to be told the truth. Honestly, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being on the show with me today. And that wraps up this edition of Window on the World. I'm Yaneli Lopez. Until next time, thanks for watching.